You're watching Pitt Beyond the Script.
A lot of alumni in the crowd tonight at the Fitz for a senior night. But you can see him coming out aggressive.
And Russell there just was not expecting Bonacorsi.
Brendan Fenton comes out victorious. How about Romani with the move there?
Both guys just feeling each other out right now. Great job by Bentley. So Thomas knows what he's got to do, and he's getting right after it.
Thomas pouring it on. It's up to 12-5.
Let's try to bow and arrow and take him over to his back. This would be big back points here, just to put the match away. He knew what he needed to do. Thomas gets the win for the Panthers.
It starts as a game, a gathering of friends. And slowly, as some begin to sit back, others stand out. The joy of playing turns to passion. And as the skills develop, so do the minds. And they begin to seek challenges, peers, and mentors to further their abilities and opportunities. The love and passion becomes a thirst for people in a place
we make history today in Pittsburgh
that will embrace and push, a hunger for excellence, and to be in and among champions. These are the dreamers, scholars, leaders. These are the guides, teachers, mentors. And this is the opportunity, the challenge, the place. This is Pitt Beyond the Script.
This week on Pitt Beyond the Script, we check in with the Pitt Panther wrestling squad, currently ranked 15th in the NCAAs and coming off a big win in front of a home crowd. We'll spend some time with a leader of the program, Pitt alum and former national champion head coach Keith Gavin. And you'll get to know one of his young wrestlers, nationally ranked Mickey Philippi. And we'll be back on the hardwood, getting to know Panthers head coach Jeff Capel through the eyes of his players. Plus, we'll introduce you to a member of Coach White's squad, senior Danielle Garvin. Some goodwill in the community with the Pitt women's soccer team. And we pay tribute to another of our Hall of Fame Panthers, Pittsburgh native and Olympic hero John Woodruff. This week on Pitt Beyond the Script.
Everything we do has to be strong. Catching the ball, passing the ball, working to get open, a block out, all of those things.
3 words, hardworking.
In order to do it, you have to take it. That's what this league is about.
Competitive.
We cannot show one moment of weakness.
Trust.
Trust your preparation. Trust the stuff that we've done to this moment, all right? Let's go out there and explode.
Caring.
We have to be connected. We have to be united.
Brotherhood.
And we got to do it for each other.
He's got your back no matter what.
You're good when we do the things that we just talked about. We're really good.
Love.
Have fun doing it together.
Lovable.
Enjoy this moment. Enjoy the environment.
He believes in you. Like, strong enough to, like, when sometimes you don't believe in yourself.
Before you can do something, you got to believe. Everyone in this room has to believe.
It's just his belief alone. It makes you believe in yourself.
Let's go do it. Here we go. Here we go. Family on 3. Family on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Jeff Capel, the first-year head coach at Pitt. Mike Krzyzewski's top lieutenant at Duke the past 7 years. Previous head coaching stints at Oklahoma and VCU. Pretty good education sitting next to a guy who's won more than 1,000 games.
Well, you definitely get that, but this Jeff is back coaching in the league that, of course, he adores in the ACC. And
was a great player at Duke, a four-year starter on a Final Four team. So he wanted to be as a coach in this league, and the Pitt job gave him a great opportunity to be able to do just that.
He's a great guy. He really cares about all of us.
Looking at his previous players, I mean, like, all of them still talk to him. Like the people he recruited at Duke, they still talk to him, like Kyrie. Even though he coached at USA, Kevin Durant, he knows all those players. And
this is a dude that did it. That got to the level in college that we all aspire to get to, which is being a champion, and then got to the level that all of you guys want to get to, which is playing professional. He did it. So pay attention. Don't just sit up here, but pay attention to the message because you'll learn something, all right? G.
all of them still like him, and Quinn Cook too. All of them still like him. They still talk to him as a brother. So that's what I see it as.
Brent, how you doing? He's a great friend of mine, and he's a guy that really understands our game, but really understands young people. So Jay.
And he's one that I have always admired and always will. So you guys have a great coach, a great coaching staff, and you've got a group that is invested totally in making you better. And I'll tell you one thing, you'll never have that again. You'll never have it this good again, and take advantage of it. So we're great watching you guys. Thank you.
And then also just the guy he is, you know, he's a very genuine, down-to-earth, you know, he gets it, he's played basketball at the highest level.
He talked about what he wanted me to get better on. A lot of coaches don't talk to you about that. They just tell you what you want to hear. But he told me things that I need to work on.
These kids are impressive, and they're going to grow up quickly over the next 3 months.
He used to coach a high-level kids, and I just want to be a part of that as well.
Finding another freshman underneath Audi's Tony. 3 of them on the floor for first-year head coach Jeff Capel.
He hates to lose, and that's what I love about him.
They expect to win in this building, and tonight, Pittsburgh put away the number 11 team in the country.
He gives it to you how it is, and he expects, you know, greatness out of you, but at the same time, he expects greatness even more out of himself. So, you know, every day he brings it, and he expects you to you know, kind of meet him on that level.
Wilson Frame takes it. Got it!
It's about commitment and investment here at Pitt.
For kids and people like me in this generation, we really need somebody like that. You know, he makes you feel secure. It makes you feel like you can really trust him, and that's a great thing to have.
We grew up a lot, and you showed incredible toughness. Do it together. Everyone in here. It's a big-time win. They're a hell of a team, but so are you. We're going there to win, all right? Here we go. Making sure we take care of class tomorrow and all of our responsibilities, all right? Great job, guys. Family on 3. 1, 2, 3.
What a phenomenal world we live in, where the impossible is anything but. No matter the game, we are always playing for Pittsburgh. On the biggest stages, amplifying the quietest voices, leveraging knowledge for society's gain, the builders of the future. We empower minds. We ignite fire and soar higher. Hail to Pitt.
You already have the initiative to get started, a desire to want more, to be challenged, to be pushed, and to be coached and mentored when you hit hurdles. The professional MBA program at the University of Pittsburgh's Katz School of Business offers hands-on, experience-based learning through an innovative blend of online and in-person courses, allowing you to earn your MBA at your own pace, on your own schedule. Exceed your goals and see new, brighter ones for tomorrow.
So it comes to our attention
that many of you have not heard about our new show, Pitt
Beyond the Script.
Well, if you like sports, if you like Pitt,
this is your chance to see student athletes like never before.
Interviews,
features,
behind the scenes,
and lots of highlights. So tune in.
A new episode every Thursday.
Set your DVR. The show airs all week.
And find every episode.
And every feature. Online. Pitt Beyond the Script. P-I-T-T. P-I-T-T.
There is the head coach of the Panthers, Keith Gavin, in his second season, coming back to his alma mater. And he was a great wrestler in his own right at Pittsburgh, two-time All-American, and the 2008 national champion at 174 pounds.
Hello and welcome to Pitt Beyond the Script alongside Pitt Wrestling coach Keith Gavin. I'm Rob King of AT&T Sportsnet. Delighted to have you here, Coach. You've had a terrific season. We've all been following it. Your second year at your alma mater, and you've really turned things around. What's been behind that this year?
Yeah, thanks. It's been going well this year, and I think that our we got some new kids in the program, you know, and they've kind of elevated the level of everybody else. You know, some transfers, and then you know, a guy or two that was coming off redshirt last year. So it's just a culture of the environment of everybody's trying to get the best version of themselves. So I think they're just they're rubbing off on each other.
Now, when you go out to recruit kids, you went to Pitt, you were a two-time All-American, you won a couple national championships. Are those selling points? I mean, can you point to kids and say, this is what I've done, and this is what I want you to be able to do?
Yeah, I think so. I think, and not only myself, Pitt has had other national champions too. So we do have a pretty strong history here, and it is a wrestling area. So, yeah, when I recruit kids, I tell them, you know, I did it, so I know that you can, you know, because I wasn't necessarily the blue chip guy coming out of high school, but this is a place that you can develop and reach your goals.
And I think the other thing is, too, is you coached All-Americans at Virginia and at Oklahoma and ACC champions at Virginia in 2015.
Yeah, I've been around. You know, after college, I wrestled internationally for quite a while, so, you know, I've seen what the top level of wrestling looks like, and, you know, in the recruiting process, that's what we're trying to get, guys who want to be elite.
Two-time All-American wrestler as a Panther, and now making quite the impact on this Pitt program.
He talked about how good his staff is and how much they've helped out with getting to this point. And you look at all the alumni that have come out to support the Panthers, and that's a big reason why, because what Coach Gavin is doing.
How about one more round of applause for our Pitt Wrestling alumni?
The team obviously coming off two really big wins last week. You beat a ranked team at NC State. You beat Duke.
Big takedown for Thomas. Fournier falls, and there is the technical
He does
fall.
it. How about Demetrius Thomas coming up in the clutch, gives the Panthers a victory by technical fall.
Gathering some momentum here as you move towards the end of the season?
Yeah, the NC State win was big for us. We were coming off a loss to Virginia Tech and UNC, and to see our guys respond on the road against a really good team was definitely a good move in the right direction. So, yeah, I think that, you know, we're wrestling well heading into the postseason, and that's when you want to be doing your best wrestling.
Why is, you mentioned, Pittsburgh's got a great tradition, and the area has a great tradition. Why do you think that is?
I think that it's a very blue-collar area, and wrestling's a blue-collar sport. So kids grow up, and they kind of all play the same sports. You know, you play baseball, you play football, and you wrestle.
They don't just go to Pitt. They don't just wrestle at Pitt. They're from Pitt. They're from Western PA.
You can assemble a heck of a team just recruiting that state.
I grew up in Pennsylvania in the northeast side, but it was all my friends wrestled, so I did it, you know. So I think it's just culturally pretty popular.
You have a transfer, Mickey Philippi, who is doing great work for you this year. We're going to be talking to Mickey a little bit later on. What can you tell us about his season?
Yeah, Mickey's come along pretty well. He's gotten a lot better this year. He's always been a really tough competitor and a very tough kid, but his skills have gotten a lot better, and so that's been nice to see.
That is some great chain wrestling by Mickey here. He just got a burst of fire underneath him right there.
He's scored more points than he has been, and that's just a testament to his work ethic.
And Mickey obviously coming over as a transfer, one of those new, fresh faces that's adding some enthusiasm to the team.
Yeah, I've known Mickey for a long time because he's from the Pittsburgh area. So when I was in college, he was one of the young kids at the clinics and the camps that I'd be going around to in the off season. So we knew what we were getting with him, and we knew we were getting a very tough competitor. But like I said, he's put in the time and he's developed the skills to the point where he's going to challenge for a national title.
Do you have aspirations or expectations to the team here as we move down the stretch?
Yeah, I think that we have a lot of potential right now. You know, these dual meet wins are nice, but really we get judged on how we do at the national tournament. I think that we got a number of guys on our team that can have a great tournament, and they just need to kind of get themselves in the right mindset to perform to their best ability, and we can do some special things.
You talk about the national championships. Obviously, they're in Pittsburgh this year. How neat is that?
Yeah, it's really neat. It's not going to happen again in these guys' career, so it's a special opportunity for sure. You know, we try not to focus too much on it because you want to focus on your wrestling, but a lot of these kids grew up in the area too, so they're going to have a lot of family support and friend support at that tournament, and I'm sure it will be pretty special for them.
I'm glad you used the word support because we have seen with our cameras out all around the community tons of wrestlers supporting the community and doing some really interesting things.
Yeah. I think, I mean, we just have, on our team right now, we have some good character kids. And just like how things are contagious in the wrestling room as far as becoming the best wrestler you can be, outside the room is the same. They're rubbing off on each other, and they're a pretty tight-knit group, and they like to do that kind of thing.
When you talk about the new young faces, going back to that one more time, final question for you, does this feel like a new beginning for Pitt? Like this has been a great season, like maybe it's the first of many great seasons to come?
I hope so. I mean, that's certainly the plan. Our guys right now most of them are coming back. We have a good core group of freshmen that, a few of them are in redshirt, and we got a good recruiting class coming in. So definitely feel good about the future. But we take it one day at a time and just keep trying to improve.
Heath, thanks very much. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, stick around. We're going to have more coming up, more wrestling talk with Mickey Philippi when we continue on Pitt Beyond the Script.
1, 2, 3, hit!
Don't go away. Pitt Beyond the Script will return right after this.
As a dancer and a teacher, I'm always thinking about ways to help that student get to where they need to be. And I think a lot of that has to do with what I would like from a coach when I was in college and high school. Came to Pitt to run track. My two loves kind of converged with each other. I am a lecturer and advisor for the Department of Africana Studies here at the University of Pittsburgh. I'm also a United States track and field youth coach.
Honeys, Eric. Fast.
A teaching coach.
When you're setting goals and you're trying to be as good as you can be.
Because I think some coaches just give you information, but a good coach also teaches you about the workouts and about why we do this and explains it to you.
Up and down.
So you can't coach everybody the same way because we have different needs.
That's it, Aiden. You got it.
And it's the same thing in class. We could talk about aesthetics. You may get it quicker than somebody else. So we may have to spend a little bit more time till they get it. And I think the coaching aspect comes with like, okay, let's try to motivate and push. And see where we go from there.
Hand to face, Leo, hand to face. Hand to face, here you go. Drop your arms a little bit, Camille. That's it.
Johnny Woodruff, to me, was one of the greatest athletes coming out of high school.
The thing I noticed about him as a coach was he was so smooth and so fluid, as he ran, and you can't teach that. That's something that's innate.
John Woodruff was the first Pitt athlete to win an Olympic gold, and he accomplished that feat at the famed 1936 Games in Berlin.
It is now Woodruff, followed by Edwards and Puharski.
It was just amazing the way he did that. Coming from a dead stop, going to the outside, and just sprinting to the front and winning the thing. That's something you just can't teach. He was born to be an Olympic champion.
I've never seen the headlines of an African-American, a local African-American, until I saw Woodruff wins Olympics. And had there been an Olympics in 1940, he would have won those Olympics. And he would have stayed in shape long enough, I believe, to win a third Olympic if they'd have had it in 1944. That's how superb he was.
Mr. Herb Douglas went out to Arizona to visit with him. And when he was out there, he brought me back a signed poster of the 1936 Olympic Games. I still have it in my office right now. It's kind of neat. Being a student athlete at the University of Pittsburgh, even though it was tough for him in those days, but he really enjoyed the experience at the University of Pittsburgh, and it taught him a lot about just being a man and perseverance and what you're going through and what you can overcome.
He was one of the greatest athletes that just, not only this school ever had, one of the greatest athletes America ever had.
Guy that's just put together a phenomenal season despite being just a redshirt freshman, former transfer. He's just been really impressive.
Welcome back to Pitt Beyond the Script here with Mickey Philippi. We talked with Coach Gavin about him earlier, and we'll get to that in a moment. But first I wanted to ask you, great wrestling career at Derry. What drew you to wrestling?
Oh, so for me it was different than most kids because no one in my family really wrestled growing up. My brother did like briefly in high school, but like no one, like my father wanted me to play basketball. But I don't know, I thought it seemed like fun and I like begged my dad to do it and kept begging, and then finally he caved and let me go. And I mean, my whole family's fallen in love with the sport since, and so it's not just me, it's my whole family. So.
Great high school career and great tradition in the Pittsburgh area with high school wrestling.
Oh yeah, coming from this area, it's incredible actually, it's awesome. Earlier I went to the little kid like area tournament yesterday and I was coaching my nephews, and it's just crazy to be back there and see like this young talent that like this is like the best young talent in the country, and like they're building up to do what you know, we all dreamt to do, and then in high school. And I mean, I came from a high school that had a lot of people with good accomplishments, like Jimmy Goulabon, who was a 4-time state champion, and Troy Dolan, who was a 3-time, and then someone who came to Pitt, Travis Schaefer, who was also a state champion. So I grew up watching these guys and looking up to them, and it made me want to do it. And when it came time and I was able to do that, it's like a dream come true.
Well, Coach Gavin says he remembers you from some of those tournaments. Do you remember Coach Gavin?
Oh yeah, yeah. So he recruited me. I remember seeing him, and I mean, I've looked up to him. He was here at Pitt. He won a national title for Pitt, so I remember being in my living room watching him win a national title, and it was really cool. And now he's my coach, so you'd never imagine that, and it happened. So.
Well, we talked, and I know you have no regrets about having transferred here, and you're part of what has been a great turnaround for a proud Pitt program.
Oh yeah, our programs went full circle. Everyone has bought in to what we want to do, and we have a culture. Everyone wants to win, everyone wants to do the right things and put themselves in the right situation to do that.
Get set, go!
Pittsburgh, like you said, we have great wrestling, so it's like why can't we be very good, and why can't we do that? So it's cool to actually be doing it, and I'm happy. I'm just fortunate to be a part of it.
Very impressive effort in my first live action of getting to watch Mickey Filippi.
5th ranked Pitt wrestler.
Filippi just stays like a hammer on top.
Ranked 5th in the country, that's pretty heady stuff.
Yeah, it's cool.
Mickey, just a freshman out of Deary, PA, but he's a 3-time state champion.
I'm excited about that. I mean, coming into the season, I had high goals. I mean, no matter what, I've thought national champion, because I mean, got to set your goals high. And
putting on a takedown clinic right now is Mickey.
That's the highest you can do in college, so I'm always striving to get better every day. So now people are noticing, it's cool, but I try to keep it in perspective and stay focused on one match at a time and just wrestle. It doesn't matter, you know. It's just everyone's tough. We're at Division I level now, so.
You got it.
Big pin for Philippi, big job.
That's called picking up your team right there.
Panthers are having a great season, and then the national championships around the corner in Pittsburgh. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's as exciting as it gets. I can't wait. Whenever I heard the nationals were in Pittsburgh, I wasn't even here yet, but I was excited in general to be able to have a chance to come home and compete in front of the people I've competed in front of my whole life, and it's like real home field advantage. Just like I said, coming here, it's like a home match is really a home match now, and that's fun. It's exciting. I can't wait for it.
Well, Mickey, thanks so much for your time. Continued good luck for you, and best of luck around the corner as well.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate that, and thanks for having me.
All right, stick around. We still have more to come on Pitt Beyond the Script.
No other industry is changing as rapidly as healthcare. What's needed are leaders. The University of Pittsburgh Joseph M. Katz Graduate School of Business, in partnership with UPMC, offers an executive MBA that focuses on healthcare. The 19-month hands-on program is taught by world-class faculty from Katz and UPMC. It's designed for experienced healthcare professionals seeking to transform the industry. To learn more, visit emba.pitt.edu.
What a phenomenal world we live in, where the impossible is anything but. No matter the game, we are always playing for Pittsburgh. On the biggest stages, amplifying the quietest voices, leveraging knowledge for society's gain, the builders of the future. We empower minds. We ignite fire and soar higher. Hail to Pitt.
You're watching Pitt Beyond the Script.
Today as a women's soccer team, we are heading up to the VA, located right here in Oakland. And today we're going to be handing out some Valentines and some little chocolates to veterans, just as a thank you, especially around this time with Valentine's Day, as a thank you for their service and an opportunity for us to give back in the community.
Today, personally, I got to play some pool, learn some cool techniques and strategies, how to keep your elbow loose and focus so that you can get good contact on the ball, so that was really fun.
With all the technology today, it's so easy to kind of forget how important a handwritten note or a handwritten thank you is. So we really took the time today to thank our veterans for the sacrifices that they made and the service that they have provided in protecting our freedoms. So in my note, I just thank the veterans because we all make sacrifices as athletes, but they made sacrifices to leave their families to protect our country. And so it's really on a much bigger level for us to be able to connect with them and to be able to give back and hopefully make their day just a little bit better today.
We need to give them thanks and appreciation for all of their service and commitment to our country, and I don't think they get the appreciation enough. So it's a great opportunity to kind of step away from the soccer field a little bit and come out and do something else for the community that has given us so much.
Basketball has taught me not to take any moment for granted. They always say to play each game as if it's your last, and now that I'm in my final year, it kind of is. Every game is kind of like my last games. I need to buckle down, get focused, and play my heart out every single game. So
inside to Garvin, who puts it up and in.
And then in life, it's like every day you're given a new opportunity to start something over, or to do something again. So it's like
Downloaded Garvin, Pitt responds.
Not to waste that moment, but to take full advantage.
Mismatch in the post, Garvin uses it, puts it in for two.
First, I'm representing Pitt as the athletic program. I'm representing my teammates.
Danielle Garvin now with 9 points. Garvin from the free throw line knocks it down, and she's loved that shot tonight.
I'm representing the coaching staff, all the people that are behind us here at the University of Pittsburgh.
Right place, right time for Danielle Garvin.
And then I'm also representing my family.
Off the rim, Garvin's there for the offensive rebound. Garvin loving that short jump shot tonight, gets it to fall there.
As a kid, I really liked playing with my friends. I loved going outside for hours.
17 for the senior Garvin.
Just running up and down. I played lots of different sports, from like cricket to floor hockey, volleyball.
Garvin offensive board, and wow, how about the performance from her in this second half?
I was like the biggest tomboy ever.
She adds to that career high now with 23 points.
Like, you hear a lot about like the potential that you have, and it's always like, okay, I want to like tap into that potential. I want to get better, and it's like the want to get better is just always there.
The Panthers have momentum and a double-digit lead once again.
I do have aspirations of playing overseas once I'm done here at Pitt, and so that kind of keeps me going each day.
Now Bradley floating pass inside, Garvin up and in! 27 points for Danielle Garvin. The Panthers lead by 11.
Danielle, 27 points.
Hi, I'm Danielle from Toronto, Ontario. I'm a senior here at Pitt, and you're watching Pitt Beyond the Script.
1, 2, 3.
Thank you for watching Pitt Beyond the Script.